Beautiful people, it's Andrea Gordon here with quadclothingcompany.com, bringing you a message to hopefully encourage somebody. So how was your week? Like, what is your success story for the week? Did you have anything exciting that you would like to share? Because I definitely would love to hear it. I love hearing success stories. I think that they're amazing. I think that they're encouraging. So by all means, if you have a great success story or something that you've accomplished this week, by all means, please put it in the comments and just share it. I know sometimes people kind of shy away from sharing their success stories for fear of what other folks will say. You know, sometimes sometimes I struggle with that, because I don't want folks to think like everybody says I think I'm all that and I think I'm better and all that old craziness. Well, apparently you think I'm better and you think I'm all that because you always say it. So anyway, I have learned over the years to not too much focus on what other folks think about me. I've learned to embrace that, good or bad, and just roll with it, because if you think that, then that tells me I'm doing something right, because you're spending your time thinking about me, right? So anyway, if you have a success story, something great that happened this week, drop it in the comments, and let's just recognize you for it. I think it's amazing that people are taking leaps and bounds in their careers and in their jobs and all of that great stuff. So definitely comment about it. You know, I had a busy week myself, and during the week, I learned so much this week. Just got done listening to some inspirational messages, and I learned so much about myself. And I was listening to, I think it was Bishop T.D. Jakes, and some of the things he was saying really hit home for me, you know. And I had a girlfriend who lost someone that was dear to her this week, and we were just talking about this individual. And one of the things that, you know, she always said was that, you know, he was a good father, you know, and what he meant to his girls and, you know, all of this great stuff. And I just thought, you know what, life is so short. Like, when you close your eyes, what are people going to remember you for? What are people going to say about you? Like, I watched my father-in-law some years ago die of Lou Gehrig's. And when I tell you, that was a time in my life where I made a decision that no matter what I did, I was going to spend the rest of my life ensuring that I impact others, that I do, you know, if it's nothing but saying good morning, how you doing, you know, have a great day, you look pretty in that dress, whatever the case may be. I kind of made a promise to myself at that point, after seeing what he went through, that I was going to spend the rest of my life trying to focus on impacting others' lives. And I set out to do just that, and I believe that I'm living exactly what I said I wanted to do. So to God be the glory for that. But you know, life is very short, and I watch people all the time give up on their dreams. They give up on the things that God has said for them to do. You know, they make all these excuses about why they can't accomplish certain things. And you know, sometimes it gets real aggravating. You know, I'm one of those people. I'm not saying you got to be as radical and as crazy as I do, because I just try not to live a life of fear. If I feel like it's something I want to do and I pray about it, and if God say do it, I step out and I do it, right? I try to conquer my fear on the way to the destiny. Like, if you tell me jump, I might be scared as hell, but the only way to defeat that fear is to go ahead and step through it, knowing and trusting that God is going to catch you, right? So it gets kind of aggravating sometimes when you're around people and people have so many excuses for why they can't or why they didn't, you know. People drop off every day. God calls people home every day. So I often wonder what it is that forces a person to not pursue their dreams. What is it that causes a person to make excuses for, you know, their shortcomings or their failures or whatever the case may be, you know? And so the only thing that I can conclude is that is just different levels of fear. And sometimes we don't even realize that fear comes in many different forms. You know, some people think that if you say you're scared or something, then you're like trembling and, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You know, but sometimes it's not just that. Sometimes fear can come in the form of excuses. Some people make excuses. Some people have disabilities, and, you know, they gloat on those disabilities, for lack of better words. It's like they make up excuses of why they can't succeed because of that disability. Let me tell you, honey, I don't care if you got one eye, one toe, and a half a finger. You better work that one eye, one toe, and half a finger. You better do exactly what you set out to do. I saw a little kid on a video the other day, y'all, was born with no limbs, no legs, no arms, and he was 1 in 1 million. The disease that he had was 1 in 1 million. And he said for a minute he asked himself, why me? Why me? Until he realized that he is fearfully and wonderfully made. He said, and for whatever reason, God chose him for the journey. And his parents talked about how their fear was what other people would say. Their fear was, now how am I going to raise a kid to be independent that has no limbs, you know? So they set out for the challenge because they felt like they were chosen for it. And when I tell you to watch this kid go up the stairs with no limbs, is just amazing to watch. To feed himself, to dress himself, honey, he be having that little neck of his just a going, a little neck and a little chin, just a going. And you got folks with full limbs won't get up and do something for themselves, you know. And here you got this kid who's just probably graduating. I think he's just graduating high school, finished high school and everything, and moving around, not an arm in sight, not a leg in sight, and doing what he got to do. You know, encouraging other folks, not sitting around saying, oh, poor me, but really just doing what he has to do with the abilities that he have. And I just thought that was so wonderful. And so I just want to encourage people to get up off the couch. You know, get up off the couch and do something with yourself. Start improving your life because it's so important. Start living your dream because it's so important. Stop worrying about what other folks say. Stop sitting around pointing the finger at other people talking about, child, I could if I would, or, oh, that show is nice, but you pack with talent and gifts from God and won't do anything with it. You know, we spend so much time worrying about other folks' stuff and what's going on in the media and all of this kind of craziness. We're so focused on that whole R. Kelly thing till we just distracted with the things of the kingdom that we're supposed to be focused on. You know, we pointing fingers and all of this kind of stuff. You know, here you got, unfortunately, with R. Kelly, you know, I just feel sorry for everybody that's involved because unfortunately, you know, he used his gifts to manipulate and do other things that he shouldn't have done. But here you got a man who's a musical genius that was illiterate, couldn't read and write or whatever the case may be, but yet had enough sense to recognize his gift and follow his dream. You know, and we sitting around laughing and pointing fingers and all of that, and you pack with dreams and ain't done a quarter of what he's done. However, just to touch base on that, you know, I just want to say in reference to that whole situation, you know, sometimes we're so quick to point fingers at folks when we really should be praying because nobody understands what it's like to go through and not have mercy unless you've been there. You know, I try not to, whether I agree with what's going on, whether I hate what's going on, you know, that's my own opinion, and my own opinion is only worth what it's worth to me, right? But I try not to be so opinionative when it comes to things like that because no woman has a child and the doctor hands her baby and say, here's your future rapist, here's your future manipulator, here's your future murderer. We don't come here that way. These are learned behaviors. Somebody had to hurt us in order for us to learn how to hurt others. And so sometimes I feel like we should try to be a little bit more sympathetic to people who are going through. And instead of pointing the finger and being judgmental, maybe we should try to take some time and pray for that individual. Because when it's your turn to go through, you're going to want somebody to have mercy on you. While you sitting there watching what's going on with him, like I said before, you pack with gifts and talents and won't do nothing with them. But you have the nerve to sit there and point the finger at somebody and not have mercy on somebody when they're going through. You think that man is not going through it, not filled with pain and hurt and regret and all of those good things, you know? I'm sure all of those things have gone through his mind. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know, the girls that were involved, the parents that were involved. It's just a really, really horrible, horrible situation. And you're coming from somebody who, in a sense, can speak about it because I lived it, you know? But I'm just asking y'all to just, you know, have mercy on people because you would want somebody to have mercy on you. And while you're at it, while you're sitting there flipping through social media and all that good stuff, try to do something that's going to encourage somebody. Try to follow your dreams. And in turn, following your dreams, you'll always be able to bless somebody else in the midst of. So I don't have much more to say than that, but I do thank you for listening. If you guys are out and about in the Lake Charles area this weekend, it is, Lord, I don't even know what today is. That Chicago trip threw me off, but it's Friday. I think tomorrow is the 15th. Yeah, I think tomorrow is the 15th of March. And so we have the John B. concert tomorrow. Shout out to Southern Touch Entertainment, who is my good friend. Bless his heart, bless his efforts, Lord. Continue to make him successful. Continue to bless his hands, for everything that he touched, Father God, shall prosper in the name of Jesus. So come out and support us on tomorrow. We're going to be with Yep's Gourmet Popcorn tomorrow. So I will switch from sewing. Can you see my little needle, my little project I'm working on? I'm going to switch from sewing to my popcorn business with my sisters. That's going to be so fun and so lovely. So if you're out and about in the Lake Charles area tomorrow, come out to the John B. concert and buy you some popcorn. We would love to have you. We came back from the popcorn conference and we got some really good flavors and some new stuff that's going to be launching soon. You won't see it at the John B. concert, but you're going to see it soon. So I'm super excited about that. So come and get you some popcorn tomorrow. Come out, enjoy some good old school R&B, and come out and support and have a good time. So hopefully I have encouraged you guys to get up and do something and to follow and pursue your dreams, because it's worth it. It's worth sharing your dreams and gifts and talents with the world. So get up, make today great, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.